Hello everyone, it's Antipodge again, and I would like to talk today about modding. And as the next part of modding is the introduction to classes. This video will cover more or less what the classes are, how they're implemented, and how to get them from DLL files. It's not about coding itself, not in this video, maybe in next one. So, before I start, because we got today April Fool's Day, and there is interesting thing, which is not what I have done, and I assume that is job done by Nick as a first April Fool's Day. So you can see the big red button. When I'm pressing, nothing happens, there's no sound as far as I'm concerned. Nevertheless, I got turned off the sound. So, I'm sitting on the chair. That's regarding the modding now. I'm sitting on the chair, so I cannot move anywhere. So I can skip to another chair, that's no problem. And I have created, just to start off, simple objects. I'm not gonna go through how I did create that. For the tutorial mode I just created in classing, just continue expanding from the previous video, because I did cover that already. And I have attached the script of the chair to that object. So I can sit on this one, I can sit on this one, I can sit on this one. So I'm gonna show you how I've done that. But before that, I need to cover what we'll need for this video. So this one is free commander. It's free software available. In previous video I used the total commander, but unfortunately demo expires and after that it is paid. So of course from the devs, that's one part, and second part, what else you need is ILSpy, which basically is the environment for loading DLL and decompiling them, and DLL, which is called Assembly-CSharp, and I'll show you in a minute how to get it. And Unity engine DLL file, which they are required when you're coding, but that's not in this video, I'm not covering that. So Assembly-CSharp and Unity engine and DLL files you can grab from, if you on the Windows, program files, themes, theme apps, common from the devs, and I got from the devs data, and then navigate to manager, and then you can find the Assembly-CSharp and Unity DLL, Unity engine DLL. So basically I copied them and just paste them here for the purpose of this video. But you will need those files with your project if you're programming. So before I go to that, to make more sense, I'm gonna go back to modding tool. So go back to menu and go to mode. That's my classing. I just call this just anyhow. So what it has, it got just material, it got mesh, inventory tab, which I use the same as for the wind cap for the tutorial mode, which is just there. This preview. There's nothing special about this. Only the difference is I just set up all alignment and automatic facing to any direction. So I'm using script, attached script of the chair. So normally what you would see is something like that. Coding and block group options, and they're normally hidden. So you need to hide them. And normally you will see in this format. So I'm using the chair. So how I get that class? Well, firstly, you can just simply try to find it in existing blocks. And for example, this one is located. I'm just trying to think where I found it. I think it's miscellaneous. Here we go. right? So I didn't bother about those stuff, I'm just interested with the coding part, and I copied that. So I simply copied the class name of the chair. Each block got its own class name, respawner, teleport path, Some are less, or some are more complex. And I got maybe item grouping and all stuff, and maybe more stuff on the down. So that's the preview, for example. Okay. So the block, just simple block, wood left slope. That's just the class. The block is just the simplest block structure. I'm gonna talk a bit more in a minute. But as the next one, I would like to show you the battery, for example. So let's find the battery. And the battery we're gonna find in the resource. So here you go, battery. And we're gonna grab the coding block and the battery. So it's class name. This is not to edit, so you cannot edit, but you can edit that one. So it's battery. Just copy that and paste it here. And also go back to the resources and battery. There is variable. This variable means maximum capacity of the battery. I'm gonna select that. You can physically change it. If I don't want to mess with the existing blocks, I'm gonna change it my own. This perhaps will be overwritten during the update. Place in maximum. And what's happened here, you got maximum parameter, and you can set to whatever. 100,000. I set to 100,000 for this example. I don't have second variable. I left named empty and no variable. Normally what you would see is this state, no name, and you would need to add the variable to create the variable. If you have nothing, there's nothing happened, you just basically cannot find it. So now we got basically the battery. You can save tutorial mode, and now we can go back to the single player. And I'm gonna load my self-sustainable fortress somewhere there. It's kind of self-sustainable, but we got a set of wind turbines which are now standing, but they will accelerate in a moment. They're accelerating, they're always zero speed at the beginning, and the wind is changeable. So you can see power is increasing. So we've got power, we've got motors, batteries, and of course got fortress jets. And got little supporting motor, which normally wouldn't be able to run to sustain, but it's just to show the concept, so I can remove it. It's nothing else, not secrets. Just set lot of batteries, which not even close to before. So the batteries, the wind turbines charging, but keep in mind, if the wind slow down, you'd have pretty much load of power stored to cover the period where there's no wind. There's still the wind turbines in development and the balancing, so a lot of work's required. Okay, so we did the battery, so we did the classic of the battery. So if I'm gonna place now the battery here, and remember I got 100,000 capacity, if I'm correct. So on the right hand side where there is power, electricity I mean, it's not strictly power, but electricity, power is below. Where's the engine drawing icon? We got 44,000 capacity of electricity. And if I place, theoretically we should have 144,000. And here we go. So now my object, my mesh and all that stuff and texture, the covering, they're using the block of the battery with set value. And of course I can attach the engine and the motor. Or can I? I think I know why. Why I can't do that. I'm gonna show you in a minute. But the concept is basically, yes, the class works. Only I don't think I have set up one option. So let's go to the back menu. Modding. And I'm gonna reference to the battery again. If I remember, where was it? Resources, I'm just there. Yes, so what I had missing here is called receive connections from this direction, send the connections. Basically, this is for sending information back and forth from the battery to the engine, and tells the engine, oh, I'm connected with you, and the engine is connected with me, and don't allow connect anymore. And this is connection information, the group of connection, this battery. And in case of my wind turbine, I got equivalent. So I got, what is it? Drag options, assignment. I got, for example, send direction, so from the base, so from the bottom of wind turbine, go sending information, connect with me. And then got connect with extender and cap. And extender, for example, find it. Where is it? You see, I'm getting lost. Here. Reminded. Yeah. And for example, extenders tells me, oh, I'm extender, so I can connect my base. So I'm connecting with those two. And I'm extender, so connect with me. And I am cap. Sorry for that. I am cap, so connect with me. Okay. So when we got the battery, which I have forgot to tell, here. I'm terrible, isn't it? I'm just get lost. I think I'm getting tired now. So up and down, assign block. Yeah, okay, I know why. Yes, I would need to attach the group, which is also missing here. Nevertheless, the scripting, how it works. So I would need to attach the identifier group, which reference, which basically is, so it's wind turbine, and that's the group assignment, which is also below. But I would like to talk about this more in next video and go through exactly what's going on behind. So the items groups. So those that for the assignment, and that will be similar for the battery, electric engine, this battery, for those assignments, which is required, which I got missing. Electric engine, battery. Yeah, and the assignment electric engine, so I am battery. Okay, so let's go to grab the ILSpy. If I try to find it, here you go. So when you load the ILSpy at the beginning, it's just empty, so you need to load the DLL files. So as the easiest way is just basically grab and drop, or drag and drop. So that's my DLL file where it just loaded. If you try to open just like that, it will be looks like scrambled. It basically is compiled and you need to decompile it. Otherwise you cannot just read it. Oh, there's some text, but it's not any use. So ILSpy allows us to decompile. Also you can use any kind of IDE software which allows you to see or reference the classes. So now what you have, you got a lot of other stuff referencing other classes or functions or tabs decompiling one of the parts. And you can navigate and try to find stuff, but it will be quite time consuming. The most blocks are in this section, named. And you will see a lot of stuff, engine cylinder, enumerators, explosions, so a lot of classes, but finding something interesting is very hard. So Lua and all this stuff. So what we looked through, first I'm gonna talk about WoodBlock. So I just type it here, search WoodBlock. WoodBlock is one of the simplest block. I found just one simple one, but I forgot the name. Basically it's just the block. So the WoodBlock. So that is referencing, I want to show you. So it's called decoration structural WoodBlock and reference to WoodBlock, yeah? So that's class name. So that's what it's referencing. Exactly this place. Now, it's not much here, but that class is calling another class which is block. And here I got a lot of stuff. We got health, current health, parameters, we got armor, I think I got armor, yeah, I spelled it wrong. So got armor's parameters, values, something happening with it, and other interesting stuff. So what happened here is I'm inheriting anything what block contains. So this WoodBlock got everything what is inside here. All that bunch. And this one holds, for example, damageable. And inherit what is here, and so on if there's any more classes, and you can just dig in and the referencing. So for example, let's go to the chair, which was the very first thing. The chair inherits that block and interface of chair. So block again is exactly the same. So inherits all the parameters of block, like life and the battery. You got inheritance of iChair, so it's interface of chair. I'm not sure what's going on here. This position basically, I'm not gonna go in detail. And it got some code, so it's a bit more than just block. And for example, when block is initiated, placed or the vehicle been spawned. You got set local position, you got vector, rotation, which direction is facing, set the name, you can set up that, and other parameters, and it says, so that's the bit where messaging is going. And you can type anything here, and for example, chair is empty, take a seat. So if you look at the beginning of the video, you will see that message. And then you got some more stuff. I'm not too familiar with all of them, but that's another important part. And you will see many times state change. And this follows typically those repeats and what's important inside. So basically you got, in this case, block store change. So add this. Did I say right? Yes, there's a referencing to the object, just create creates the objects, initiates them. So when, for example, it's damage, or if I'm understanding correctly, this, yeah, when it's damage or repair, checking for the chair, for example, maybe exploded, and so there's more information here, global position, so the referencing, the vectors, and so I'm not going into details into that. So next one is, or was, battery. So the battery, for example, got battery, but it's not block. In fact, it's electric engine component. So it's part of electrical engine component. So battery itself, what it had, this bit, it sets the value. So for example, this exactly is place, I can select this, which reads the value from those 100,000 which I just typed. And that's the maximum, that's the name of the variable, so that must be exactly the same. And I'm loading that value in here, and this is passed, this bit, this value is passed into the set maximum. But set maximum is basically set maximum of the energy, so energy maximum of this battery. Okay, so it's maximum capacity. And the quantity, which is 0. So when you place in the battery got 0 charge, zero electricity. And component start, you got some size, some information, not sure, size, negation, vectors. It's not connected, so that's what tells me whether battery is connected or not. And this one, that's the connections, that's creates the, I think, container of the energy. I would need to look at through what's going on here. And now we got just messages. So we got different format what you had with previous chair. Is it chair? Yeah, chair. Yeah, I got interaction return secondary. I got that bit, which is exactly repeats. Now only the difference is the inside the format. Here I got every line is separated by comma. And when you do the battery, only difference is secondary. We create the array, and basically array the item, first item or second item. We can create more combinations of functions, and the different messages depends on status, and let's have the text. For example, load the values. Of course, you need to remember to have the conversion to string. And then you got output. So interaction return, which is array. Sure. Yeah, there's no interaction that's itself interaction return. So basically got that, this bit, interaction return, which is here, so we got basically your messages here straight away. So with all that bit. And then we got other parameters, so on. And got battery charger. So battery charger, which basically also is part of the electric component, and that's what you see. It's got just referencing to using system Dlls libraries. And electric component, so it contains basic information that is just electric system, and this is always referencing to the main object. So in case of electric engine, it's just it's electric engine, so that's the main component. In case of my wind turbines, will be the base of the wind turbine, that's what goes there. And then it's classes referencing the type of parameters which referencing I'm not meant to say about that, but so let's say battery. So those batteries, so that item group. Where is it? Item group. Here you go. Electric engine component, so base class name. So this one, electric engine component. Yeah, so that's exactly the same. You see? So that's what needs to be referenced. So that is important part. And of course, they can be contained into one place, into one file, one on the other. So that's reference electric engine again, and the top of the block, and so on. So that I think covers the most part of the Dlls files and so on. And the next video perhaps I will be talking about a bit more into depth and how I deal with the wind turbine. The videos takes quite a bit, so I hope this will be useful and explain at least briefly about those classes, just to start off. I think talk a bit more based on that, so you've got time to digest by the time I'm gonna make another video, which perhaps will take quite a few days. And first I need to compile this one and export it. Okay, so thank you for watching, and thank you guys, everybody, for support in this project, and I hope will be useful. So yeah, thank you for watching, and have a read the description and leave some comments, and have a nice day. Cheers.